Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really sorry I look very scary right now, but this is how I am. Today I am going to be showing you how to use Vsco and create your own presets. And I actually made some presets for y'all to use. So if you want to see that or if you want to hear about that, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the presets that I made. I actually spent some time making presets for anyone to use. I made 5 of them and I will pop them on the screen right now. They are called, what are they called? I forgot. I literally just named them random names because I felt like it. From the top left, going right, I have the original picture that I used to edit these pictures on, and then I have Seabreeze, Fresh Pressed, Clean, Muse, and 20s. So those are the 5 presets that I actually made for anyone to use. I'm going to be posting them on my blog, which is linked below in my description, and it will have the filter that was used on it, all the settings so that you can use that filter or preset on Vsco as well. I actually do not have the normal Vsco, I just upgraded to Vsco X. So some of the base filters that are on the pictures are going to not be available to everyone, but there are also some that are available to everyone, and I am going to be making a preset off of Vsco today to show you how I kind of make my own presets. I'm gonna start screen recording. 2, 1. Okay, there have been multiple times where I'll be recording and it just stops, so let's hope that it stays through the entire time. So let me open Vsco, and I have Vsco X, so I do have a lot more filters, but like I said, I'm going to be using a base filter that is included in the beginner Vsco with for free. So I think I'm gonna look, I have my friend Hallie let me see her account because she only has the very basic Vsco, so I'm gonna see which filter I want to use. So basically now what I'm doing is I'm going through the filters and seeing which ones that I kind of think would look good with the picture. Okay. So I like C1 for the base filter, and what I mean by base filter is basically the filter that you first choose to put on the photo after you've taken it. So this is kind of like a bluish greenish toned filter, and I kind of like how that looks. So already you can see in this original photo, it just originally looks kind of like brownish and plain and nothing's really enhanced. As soon as I put the filter on, it looks green, the whites are enhanced and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest, so if I'm not making sense, I'm sorry. I apologize that I'm not a professional photographer and I am not a professional editor. This is just how I edit my pictures, and this is how I explain what's up. With that said, I'm going to put C1 and I'm going to leave it at 12 actually, which is the highest thing on this little enhancement. So now what I'm going to go and do is I like to change the exposure. I always like brighter pictures, so as you can see, the exposure basically means how much light is let into the picture. So at the very lightest it's super bright, and then at the very darkest it's super dark. It looks like it's almost nighttime. So I always like to enhance not enhance, but make it a little brighter. So I'm going to leave it at 1.5 right now, and then I'm going to go in, and whenever I go in through all of, okay, let me backtrack a little. So basically, if you don't know what a preset is basically a setting of editing tools. So let me go, I don't want to go back. So basically let me show you. So on this picture that I already have a preset on it, but see how you can see this is the first picture and then this is the picture after it's edited. If I just wanted to pop a picture on, you can save your settings in Vsco. For the free version, you can only save one preset, and you can just push it on, and then you already have all of your settings and edits on there for the picture. So it's basically, that's how you would get kind of get an aesthetic. You would put the same presets on, kind of edit the little settings. I'll show you how to do that in a later, and then that would be your kind of reoccurring filter in each picture that you post. So anyway, back to this picture. I feel like I'm making no sense, so I'm really sorry about that, but whatever. Okay, so we have changed the exposure, and now we're going to edit with the contrast. When I go to editing tools, I like to go to the most extreme and the least extreme to see what I like better. And at this point, I kind of like contrast a little more. So I'm just gonna do it a little though, because I don't want it to be too crazy. Or actually, I'm gonna do -5 actually. Actually, no, I'm gonna do positive 0.4. Literally such a tiny thing. Okay, I don't really deal with clarity, sharpening. Basically, I'll use sharpen and clarity whenever like my picture's semi-focused, but it wasn't really sharp. So, or if there was like something over the thing, but I'm not gonna use that right now. For tones, you can do highlights and that kind of just changes the colors. I kind of like how it is whenever the highlights more because you can kind of see the colors. So I'm gonna do 6.6 on, actually, I'm gonna do 7.6 on that. And basically editing these things is just like kind of how you like it. So shadows takes away shadows. I love using this if I take a picture in the sun or like inside. I always use this inside because there are always shadows everywhere. So I'm going to put this on 2.8. It kind of just gets, or actually 3. Kind of just gets rid of the shadows that are present and it kind of just is cool. So for temperature, I'm going to make it 0.4. And then for tint, I'm just gonna leave that alone. For white balance, oh, I just did that. For skin tone, I basically just move along with this if the skin tone looks weird in the picture with the edit on it, and I think it looks fine right now. For grain, let's make it look a little like, I feel like grain makes it look vintage and like retro and cool, so I'll just add it like a little 2.9 grain. I usually don't use grain in pictures, but I am going to today. And I kind of like using the vignette, I don't know. I'm just gonna do this 2.3 and add just a little shadow around. And if you don't have a Vsco X, then you don't have, I think you might have access to this basically, which means that it brings out a certain color in the highlights. And I do like to use this for like, if I want more blue and stuff, which I don't. Oh, actually, if I want more blue, then I will use this like on Instagram, but they have this on, like I just said, they have it on Instagram for you if you want to use that. So I'm not going to use that, but they don't have this HSL, and I love this. But I think I'm going to make this a little series and try different picture editing apps. But right now I'm just using Vsco. But if you really wanted to use this, which is really interesting, this kind of helps you with your skin tone. So basically, like if you saturate it more, you're gonna look super orange. Saturate it less, you're gonna look super gray. But if you kind of want to have like a nice tan, you can do like semi-saturation, or like you can like make it look a little brighter. But they have this on Lightroom, which I will be doing presets for Lightroom too. But it's fun to play around with this because then you can bring out different colors in the picture. But like, see, I would like that. But since I'm gonna try and make a filter that's available to everyone, I will not do that. But I think you do get fade. No, I think you get split tone. So I might just highlight it +2. So that is the preset that I have created. As you can tell, it's kind of drastically changed the picture. So I'm gonna save this. And what you can do actually, if you have Vsco for free, you have one free preset that you can save. And what you do is you'll do this, push the plus sign, and then you have a new preset, and here are all the presets I have. So that's my new preset that I've made. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, you can open your picture, and then you'll just push that preset and it's there. And I think that kind of looks good. Actually, I might change the exposure and take it down a little because it looks a little bright. But there's that picture. Once you have your preset, this is how you edit other pictures so that you can kind of tailor the preset to your picture that you want to edit. So let's look at this one. I think that looks really good actually. So I'm gonna save that. But I don't know if you can do this on the free, like the basic Vsco. Push this picture, copy edits, and then click your pictures and, oh, not that picture. Push paste edits. Okay, and I kind of like how most of these look, to be honest, but this one kind of is looking janky because look, my skin looks really crazy. So what I would do to fix that is I'm gonna turn up the exposure just a little bit more. I'm gonna go to white balance and kind of pull this down because it's really orange. So make it more of a cooler tone, go to skin tone, see if I can fix my skin. I think that makes it look a little bit normal. And then I will go to split tone. Just kidding. But this is when I would go to HSL and be like this. See orange, turn down the saturation, and then my skin looks normal. So I'll do that because I want to. And so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save these pictures to my camera roll. And then I'm going to put together a page to show y'all. So that is how I edit my pictures. Here is the finished picture. This is the finished filter. I'll name it YouTube because that's the filter I made on YouTube. So this is the filter YouTube, and I don't really know what I was going for in this filter. I just kind of liked how I edited the picture. And so that's what I do. Just to recap, I go in, I find a picture I like, I want to edit. I will find a base filter, and then I'll basically go through each of the editing tools that are available to me and kind of edit to find a good filter for that, or filter or edit for that picture. And then I will go in later when I want another picture to post. I will paste the settings on to the picture and just kind of tweak the contrast or the saturation or the skin tone, basically just to see how that picture can look cute and still kind of like have the same aesthetic as the last picture. So that is it. This is such a long video. I apologize, but I felt like it was necessary because I love editing pictures and I love watching other people edit their pictures. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my social media is on the screen right now. So yeah, you can see how I edit my pictures and what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these presets, and I will be back and I will try and master Lightroom. And if you have any other editing apps that you would like me to take on or tackle, comment that below. And I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Never be like you.